what is it? Oh three. How's it going, guys? Sorry I'm a little late, but I'm here. We're here back for another live training, and we're going to talk about how to have a consistent brand with organization. So let me go ahead and switch this to the guy. Uh-oh, don't want that. I always do this. um, so yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Today I want to talk about having a consistent brand with organization. So I get this question a lot, and I just talked about it the other day, and I think it really goes hand in hand with the tools that you use, and I also think that it's like the tools that you use, and also like how you spread your message. So and also like what message you have. So it's like those three things. What's your message? How do you want to spread it? And what tools do you want to use? So in order to really have a brand, you need to like have the clearest message possible. You need to know exactly what you need to say to people when they ask you, like, why do you do what you do, or what do you do, or how do you do it? Like, all of that needs to be really clear, and it really aligns and niches down into like three core components, and that's your purpose, your values, and your vision. And not only does that help you grow a business, but it also helps you stay consistent with your brand. And so, a brand in a nutshell is basically a face. It's like, what do you want people to see? And what do you want people to see? And not only see, but like when they see it, what do you want them to read? What do you want them to feel? What do you want them like to like be reminded by? And you don't always have control over that. But the way you can control it is by the content that you put out on a consistent basis. Because when you're consistently putting out content about sports, then your brand is going to turn into like a sports brand. If you consistently put out content about, video editing and video, then your brand is going to be about video. So like ParEdits, for instance. Not only do I have edits in the name because I love editing, and also it's partially my last name because my last name is ParEdits and ParEdits. So I kind of did that cute little whatever. So I attach those because I use my face all the time for my videos, and then I also edit often. And so I want to be consistent with like the name of my brand, what my brand represents, how it looks, how it reads, and also what I do within my brand. Because what you do within your brand is what really helps define it. Okay, let me, before I move ahead, let me make sure I've got everything good here. Cool. So yeah, let me pull up my window. I can just turn off this. Okay. So I've got this. I just have Google open. I'm chilling in the corner. You see me? Okay. So right here, I want to show you guys Asana. Now, pay no attention to all of my other crap, but we are going to quickly go here. Okay, so this is Asana. This is for a different project. I can also just create a new project, and I'll just do that by going home, and then what is this? New project. Okay, so we're going to create a new project. We can use a template because this is the point we're doing this. The reason why I'm using Asana is just for getting it down. You guys don't have to use Asana, but it's just a clear way to kind of put your message out there. So I think we're gonna do a demo on let's do like barbecue, like cooking, and I think we should create a brand for that, for someone who loves to like show people how to do a great barbecue and to cook it themselves, and also where they can try incredible barbecue around town in certain cities, and so this would be basically a travel food blogger or whatever. So we're going to create a brand for them. So if we go to, let's just do a blank one. It's fine. Call this barbecue, and yeah, that's fine. Create project. Okay. So we're here in Asana in barbecue. So we are going to create a section. We're just going to call it brand. And then under here, we're going to write messaging. So we got to get the messaging right, okay? So inside messaging, we're going to have purpose, values, and vision. Okay, you guys can all see this? Cool, cool. All right. So when we have those three things, actually, no, this will be our why. And then I will put messaging. And then within the why, within messaging, I will drag why as a subtask. Okay, and then what, and then how. Okay, because those are the things that people are going to care about most. They're really going to see your what before your why. So like, you know, what people see first. They're going to see what you do. Then they're going to know. They're going to want to know why you do it. Actually, okay. Sorry. Let me get this organization right. So first, people are going to see what you do. Then they're going to want to know how you do it, and then they're going to want to know why. So third, second, first. Okay. What? Okay. So in what, we're going to say barbecue recipes and reviews. Okay, barbecue recipes and reviews. That's what we do. Okay, now how do we do it? We show people how to make great barbecue recipes, and we share videos on how people can find the best barbecue all around the US. Okay, so let me get clear on this. Okay, barbecue brand. Okay, so we can also name it here, so we'll just do like barbecue. We'll just, I mean, if I made a YouTube channel, I would call it barbecue recipes and reviews, honestly. Doesn't need anything creative because it should be straight and to the point. I think that's extremely important. Okay, so we got our what. So what is here? Barbecue recipes and reviews. Our how. Show people how to make great barbecue recipes, and we share videos on how people can find the best barbecue all around the US. So, upload videos. Show. Okay, that's the how. And then the why we do it. So the why, the purpose, the values, and the vision. So we could just totally like create quick ones here. So we are going to, under purpose, we are going to write, you know, our purpose is to share great barbecue food with the world because it makes people feel like a family. Okay? Values. Okay? Family is a value. Communication is a value. And honesty. So we want those three things because family shows like that comes out, like that core value comes out in your videos because you know you're trying to show people this because it makes people feel like a family. Like barbecue is like a family event, so people want to get that family vibe. So even in that, this core value will drive some of the messaging on your website or in your videos or on your social media. It will drive like how people perceive you. So with that, you'll probably include some of your family when you're making these videos as a barbecue chef. So come out of there, and then vision. To make everyone. I'm trying to think of like, if you want, you know, millions of people in America to enjoy barbecue food, like that's the point. But how can we like measure it? The vision is to see everyone responding to each piece of content with their own opinions to share. To see everyone responding to each piece of content with their own opinions to share, which in turn makes America an even bigger family. Okay. By everyone, I'll say like hundreds of thousands of people. Okay. So we want to make America a huge family, okay? So we want to make sure that in order for us to measure that, we want to be able to see hundreds of thousands of people responding to each piece of content. Okay, so we got the why, and we did the purpose, values, and vision. And we got the what and the how. Okay, so now, how do we want to structure this on our media channels? So we're going to go media channels. And we want to do, okay, let's say YouTube is our first line. That's our number one. That's where we want people to like end up and consume most of our content. So YouTube, then we'll do Facebook, then we'll do Instagram, and not LinkedIn, maybe Pinterest. Okay, so these are the platforms that we want to put stuff out on. And then when we put stuff out, we want to make sure that anytime we upload a video to YouTube, to Facebook, make an Instagram post, or put something on Pinterest, we are pushing them through CTAs, or calls to action. So the CTAs would be, it would go like this. So like, social channel, right? Go social channel. And then it would be send to a landing page. And the reason would be, get a free recipe, okay, from this video post. Okay, so people want a free recipe, okay? So we send them to the landing page. And on the landing page, you make sure that everything that's written on that page is consistent with what you said in the video. And also, like all that messaging will come from the messaging we just created. So it'll talk about what, how, and why. And like the what is most important there, because when people are signing up for something on a landing page, like they give you their email for a free recipe, they want that thing. Like they're there for that thing only. And if they get your how and your why as a supplemental thing that they just happen to read as well, that's on your landing page before they sign up, that can add to why they would want to stick around. But generally, like no one really cares about your how or why until you've provided them value. So we're going to send them to a landing page, get a free recipe from this video or post. Okay. And then this landing page, okay, the landing page will have a clear and concise header. And we can dive into like how to sell. Oh, I didn't spell it right. We can dive into like how to write copy to sell on a landing page to make people sign up. We can dive into that later, but for now we're just going to dictate what we need. So a clear, concise header with subtitle, including more details on what they will get, and then that email opt-in so that you can collect their emails, and you want their emails so that you can continue talking to them on a one-to-one basis, which is really important, especially if you want to like grow a brand, because you can't really grow a brand without somebody liking you. Like you need fans, specific individual fans. You need to talk to these people. You need to like get to know them. You need to have a reason to help them. You need to make them happy. And when you do that, that will help them come back to your content and show you love. And then also they will talk to you, or they will talk to their friends about you, and they'll share you the more you care. And like, why wouldn't you care? Like, why would you want to be in an environment where you feel like you shouldn't care or you don't want to care. Why would you want to be in that environment? You should do this because you ultimately just want to do it for fun. And the only way to really grow a brand is to connect with people. It's the only way. You have to connect with people. You can't be afraid to do that. You can't be afraid to talk to people about what you're trying to do, and you can't be afraid to sell people what you're trying to sell, because ultimately you want to provide value. Okay, you want to provide value because growing a brand is all about, like, bringing everyone together. But you can't bring everyone together unless you have some income, and that income, like dollars, you need those dollars in order to support what you're trying to build to hold all those people. You can't do anything without money. That's why the government needs all of our tax dollars, because they can't help us if we don't give them money. They need to spend money to pay people so those people can do some work to build like better roads and stuff like that. So it's the same thing with building a brand, building a business. A brand and business go hand in hand, because if you have a brand, you need to have a little business behind it. If you actually want it to be effective and have an audience. So email opt-in. So we want those email opt-ins so that we can talk to our people. Okay. And then here, let me there we go. Email opt-in. Okay. And then there's also going to be a video that talks using the exact same messaging and verbiage as the LP and brand. LP is the landing page. Is it verbiage? It is. Subtitle. Okay. I hope you guys are following along with this. Let me, here, I'll scoot this. It doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, so video, and then we're also going to make a section about the customer journey. So exactly what's going to happen in this recipe, and what they're going to get from it. Exactly what's going to happen when they opt in. Step by what it will look like and what they will receive. Okay, so then include image of finished dish. Okay, customer journey, and then we are going to do about, so like, meet your chef. Okay, so this will be about you, the person giving away the recipe. Okay, and then after we say meet your chef, we're going to talk about, hold on, actually, customer journey. Before we do meet your chef, we're going to hit on a pain point about not having great food to share at a family barbecue. So the reason why people would be here is most likely because they love barbecue food, and they want to learn how to cook barbecue food because they want to share great food at a barbecue with their family. They want to connect with them. They don't want to be the guy that brings the hot dogs from the store and then like everyone's just like, okay, whatever, and no one cares about the person who brought the hot dogs. But if you actually bring a dish that you made and it's an amazing recipe, people are gonna like really enjoy that. Okay, and so we say hit a pain point and not having great food to share at a family barbecue, and then which leads to fortunately for you, there's hope. Transitioning from that pain point, there's hope. Meet your chef and why he or she can help you through this with this free recipe. Okay, and then we're gonna do some testimonials and reviews, and yeah, and that's basically it. Okay, so that's what the landing page will look like, and the reason why we want this landing page, like I've mentioned before, is we want to make sure that we can help communicate to people why we can bring value to them. So this landing page is a great opportunity to do that, because ultimately when you're putting videos out on YouTube and you're putting posts out on Instagram and Facebook, you can only say so much. You could put an image or a video, whatever, like you can only say so much. You can't really convince someone right away but you can intrigue them. So you intrigue them by having a video. After doing a bunch of keyword research, you can learn all about how to do keyword research. From me, I love to do it. I just did it recently for a client, and it's working really well. And I created this little do-it-yourself keyword research, how to reverse engineer your YouTube channel to get more views. And there's a link down in the description to get that. Please check it out, because that is a great foundational piece for building a brand. If you're like, I have nothing, I have no brand, I have no one that's like willing to help me, but I'm really interested in starting something myself, because I just, I think it would be cool to have some ownership on like, just like a YouTube channel, or like a popular YouTube channel, or a huge Facebook page, or something like that. I would love to grow something like that, get that notoriety, and really share it with everybody. And also, if I can make some money on the side, that'd be awesome. So this is what I want to do. And in order for me, like the first step I want to take to doing that is I want to make sure people know what I'm doing, let alone have a product to offer them, or like recipes to offer them. So I want to make sure people know what I'm doing, but I want to make sure when I put that stuff out, I'm not just going in blind. You don't want to go in blind, because there's so many people that start with brands, and they start YouTube channels just throwing out videos, or they just throw out posts expecting people to respond because they think that they're cool. It's like, no one's going to respond. Even if like, you have something to offer, like no one's going to care unless you know what they're looking for. And that's what this keyword research blueprint does. It's a growth blueprint. It's called How to Reverse Engineer Your YouTube Videos and Get More Views. And the link's in the description again. And it shows you like how to create a foundation. It basically tells you like keyword research is the science of audience. So it's like if you want to know what your audience wants, you can do this keyword research blueprint. You can run through it, and then you can see exactly like it will validate all of your ideas, which is such a great feeling when you're like, oh, I feel like the world needs like, my barbecue recipe. I feel like the world really needs to know about my creative barbecue like tofu recipe, like the vegan friendly barbecue recipe that you think is incredible, and you came up with it, and you want to share it. Well, if you do keyword research, it will absolutely validate that idea. Like you can find out, like, are people actually searching for barbecue tofu recipes? And then you can look that up in keyword research. You can find out so many people are looking for it, and it's an untapped market. And then that just should give you all the motivation to make all sorts of videos, post everything everywhere, because you're like, oh my God, like this is something people are looking for, and they're not getting the best results. And even if there are results, those videos are crap. I could do way better than that. Those posts are horrible. I can do way better than that. So that should encourage you to build this brand and structure your brand exactly like I'm telling you to structure. I think it's super important to take that foundational piece, figure out through market research and my blueprint how, like, what people are looking for, so that you can actually fulfill that. And then once you're ready to fulfill that, you're ready to get to this step. This step is getting your messaging clear, getting the title of all of your media platforms, your all of your channels, and just like making sure that you have something to offer people, especially in an untapped market. So like this recipe, or this barbecue recipes and reviews, like you want to put out a review video. So like, let's say you're in Chicago or in New York or LA, and there's a great barbecue restaurant, and they have great tofu, or even if they have great chicken, you could still, for the first, like in your video, I would prefer you make videos, because image posts just don't say enough. In your video, we're going to grab attention first, okay? So the first 3 seconds is going to be a really nice shot of the finished dish, because people love seeing delicious food. Food porn, like that's the thing. People just go crazy over delicious food. So you have a shot of the delicious food, and then a title up top. It's like a catchy title, like, chicken causes heart, steak causes heart disease, and it's a delicious barbecue steak. And then those 3 seconds of that clip will transition into your face talking about like, hey, what's going on? I'm going to show you like why this tofu barbecue recipe is insane. And then it goes into a branded intro that lasts about 5 to 15 seconds. And then after that intro, you will insert the section where you're talking about giving away the barbecue tofu recipe, and when you talk about it, you say, hey, just go to, barbecuerecipesandreviews.com/free gift. And then when they go to that link, and it's also linked in the description, then they'll be able to hop in there and download that free tofu recipe. So they'll go ahead and do that. And sorry, train of thought. So they'll go ahead and sign up, and then they have it. They wanted it. Because you told them that they can get it, and you structured your video in a way where it makes sense as to what you're trying to do. You're trying to get that message out there that this barbecue recipe for your tofu is really awesome, and you want people to sign up because you want to share more with them. You want to know who cares about your product, and you also want to figure out a way to package a deal where it's like, hey, you can get 25 recipes. You can buy my recipe book with 25 great recipes, all vegan, all about barbecue tofu. And you can get 25 of them in a book for just $15.99. And then that's just something that you give people who want to take the next level. You're not being salesy. You're not saying, hey, buy my book on social media. All you're doing is getting people in for free, and then they find about your book later. And the people who are already in for free that find about your book later are already people that have been vetted, right? The people who sign up are the people who have been vetted for interest. Okay, so the people who aren't signing up and you just get views, like, you don't want to not have an email list. Like, you don't want to, you want to be able to, like, have a structure on social media where every single touch that you have on someone for the first time, they just get free value. And then after that, they find out they can sign up for email, and they're like, okay, cool, I am interested. I'll give you my email if I get this little free recipe. Cool. And then once you have their email, a week later, they get an email about your book. Okay, and then they know that you have premium products, and that's great because they've already taken a couple steps, aka discovering you and then signing up for the free recipe. They've already taken those steps to get them to the point where they might feel comfortable to buy. And you need them to buy because not only will you be sharing your recipe with the world, but you'll also be able to take some income so that you can live in a house, pay rent, and continue doing it. So yeah, okay. Well, it's been almost 30. It's about 11:30 my time. I think I basically covered a huge gist of kind of like getting consistent with your brand and structuring it. This is Asana, the app Asana. I know I've been talking a lot with like this stuff on Asana. It's just me in the corner, but I'm just a little passionate square in the bottom left. Okay. So yeah, I hope this was a lot of value to you guys. Please leave a like and subscribe if you can. That means a lot and really gets this out to more people because I would love to share the ability to build a brand with people. Some people want to share barbecue recipes and reviews. For me, I want to help brands grow and succeed. And so that's why I have all those links in the description. That's why I offer all these things because I want to do this for a living. I want to reach as many people possible. In order to do that, I need to fuel myself to do that. And you guys fuel me. So that's why I love connecting with you guys. It's just a full circle thing. Okay. So, yeah, so that's all I got. Please check out the growth blueprint. Link is down in the description, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.